Welcome to Midlife Carsis. In this episode, we're going to get this Lotus Elise on the dyno to find out how much power it makes before we whip off the old supercharger in favour of a larger one. But first, we better get a 0 to 60 benchmark in and then head back to the garage and take a look at the plan. Right, now we're back in the garage at home. I feel like 4.7 seconds was about as good as a run as I was going to get, considering that the road was actually damp from the night before, and any more of a sort of Larry launch just resulted in more and more wheel spin. With that out of the way, our YouTuber whiteboard holds our very detailed plan. Step 1, remove the old supercharger. Step 2, install the new supercharger. Step 3, make it all work. Step 6, profit. Piece of cake. Let's get this wheel off, have a look at the suspension, and then have a little look at all the other mods on the car before we hit the dyno and get a baseline. Oh man, I really gotta get some wheel studs. Let's add that to the list. I actually refurbished this suspension probably a couple of years back now, maybe 3 years. Took all the arms off, blasted them all, painted them all, pressed in spherical bearings, brand new ball joints, brand new track rod end, and then a brand new anti-roll bar. It's all looking pretty filthy after a couple of years in Goodwood's muddy car parks. But other than that, it's pretty good condition. Nitro and club sport coilovers too, with the spring rates that are far too hard, so that's something to address. And that's about where we are suspension wise. Braided brake lines, they're pretty new, same time as suspension. And then discs and rotors and all rated pads. Up front, there's not too much going on, except for an alloy radiator, which I'll show you now. The plastic end tanks on the standard radiator do fail, so most of these are alloy by now. Meanwhile, round at the business end, JWM, the lithium-ion battery and cut-off switch. It's a really tidy setup, and it saves 10 kilograms off the top corner of the car versus the lead acid battery. TRD airbox right in the corner here, which you can barely see. Looks pretty OEM because it's basically just a new lid, larger filter for the airbox. Tubular manifold, sports cap, APH back box. Then of course there's a supercharger, which is factory but was retrofitted to this car. We have a Hanger 111 extended diffuser, looking pretty OEM plus. Inside the car, it's not a huge deal going on. We've got an updated dash here, a removable steering wheel, which makes it much easier for someone tall like me to get in and out. Aircon, yes. Does it work? Of course not.
Nice and hot. Hot and spicy meat.
So that's another job for the list. So there we are. Enough about me. It's time to get on the dyno so we can get all this started. And the result is 202 brake horsepower and 152 pounds-feet.
I read about did you say want?
At first I was pretty disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. And then a day or two later I watched Jack McNeil's video on his 2ZZ MR2.
Okay, 173.
And it turns out that the stock 2ZZ only makes around about 165 to 170 brake horsepower on a lot of dynos. That puts this Elise around 30 brake horsepower more than a stock naturally aspirated car, which is pretty much bang on when you look at the claimed standard figures of 189 brake horsepower for the actual aspirated car versus the claimed 217 brake horsepower of this supercharged car. Maths, am I right? Interestingly, the third run did only make around about 189 brake horsepower, which shows very quickly how the heat soak was starting to affect a static car. Most importantly, now that we have our baseline, the real work can begin. So, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.